Ei anne te tauttoa! Mutta ei luo enata. Tautoi! Tautoi! Apa panoin on ne hakkaa? Ota fotoa kaijata! Otetaan nivoja teka! Toutu punainen havaiti! Hakka tiki! Toamo! Eukoku pakku maille! Hittää! Toutu punainen havaiti! Hakka tiki! Toamo! Eukoku pakku maille! Hittää! Ota fotoa kaijata! Otetaan nivoja teka! Toutu punainen havaiti! Hakka tiki! Toamo! Eukoku pakku maille! Hittää!
Well, the challenge has been laid down. See you in Tahiti.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for the Tahitian Haka! Hello. Félicitations à l'équipe de Tahiti pour le Haka. Merci aux danseurs de Tahiti, ils méritent tous vos applaudissements. Give a clap. A big hand, please. Yeah, thank you. Wow, that was definitely a very impressive performance from the Tahitian Haka dancers. There's plenty more of that to come at the 2027 Pacific Games in where? Tahiti! Wow, Titawa, I really wish I could be there for the 2027 Tahiti. Hello, Melly. Oh. Il faut apprendre à parler français pour aller à Tahiti. you should start to practice French. Oh, okay. Bonjour, je m'appelle. So if you want to be in Tahiti in 2027, then we must, all of us start practicing French. Yeah. Now, ladies and gentlemen, for the final formalities of tonight's ceremony, to officially close the 2023 17th Pacific Games. Pour clôturer officiellement les Jeux du Pacifique 2023, please welcome back on stage President Vidya Lakhan.
So President Vidya Lakhan being invited out onto the stage to formally declare the games closed.
Thank you, ladies. We just had a taste of what 2027 awaits us in Tahiti. Merci beaucoup, Tahiti. The Honorable Prime Minister, Mr. Sogavare, the Governor General of Solomon Islands, heads of state and heads of government, cabinet ministers, sports ministers, presidents and secretary generals of PGAs, members of ONOC and OSFO, representatives of international sporting federations, visiting dignitaries, athletes of the 24 member countries of the Pacific, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of my executive board, I welcome you all to the closing ceremony of the 17th Pacific Games held here in Honiara in the Solomon Islands. We came from all corners of the Pacific to give credence to the purpose and objectives of these games as promulgated by our forefathers when they established and hosted the first Pacific Games in Suva, Fiji in 1963. These games have been a gift from them to us, the future generation of Pacific Islanders. For us to meet, create bonds of kindred, friendship, and brotherhood amongst the people of the Pacific region through sporting exchanges between us without any distinction of race, gender, or politics. We continue to live the dreams of our forefathers and deliver on the purpose of these games when we meet every 2 years, be it at the Pacific Mini Games or the Pacific Games. The 17th Pacific Games was no exception. The government and the people of Solomon Islands, under the leadership of their Prime Minister, Mr. Sogavare, by hosting these games, not only united and strengthened the bond between the peoples of Solomon Islands, but also between the peoples of the Pacific. Mr. Prime Minister, when our 2016 General Assembly voted and decided that we would meet in Honiara in 2023 for the 17th Pacific Games, many wondered if the Council had made the right choice. Would Solomon Islands be able to organize such a huge event? This doubt lingered in the minds of many, and as late as last year, they were doubting on your ability to deliver these games on time. We commend you, Mr. Prime Minister, for your vision, for your commitment, and most of all, for your faith in your own people. We commend you in engaging a small band of experts with experience in delivering successful Pacific Games in the recent past, empowering them and providing them with the necessary resources to deliver these games. Whilst you gave the responsibility of organizing and delivering the games to the National Hosting Authority and to the Games Organizing Committee, the most difficult aspect is the weather for the 2 weeks. And I'm told very confidentially that the Prime Minister took the responsibility to organize the weather for us. He did it extremely well, and I think the athletes would want to thank him for providing us with the weather that enabled us to complete our games in time. The organizing committee under the leadership of its CEO, Peter Stewart, working with thousands of volunteers and workforce staff, spending countless sleepless hours. They, in your own Solomon way, overcame many challenges, some huge, some not so huge, some of our own making and some outside of our own control, delivered what I consider to be the biggest Pacific Games ever. We thank the National Hosting Authority Chairman, Dr. Jimmy Rogers, and his board for their oversight and contribution in making these games so successful. They delivered a games of which every Solomon Islander should be proud. You provided us with world-class sporting facilities, many of them completed and handed over months before the opening of the Games. You housed us in very comfortable Games villages with excellent and quality meals at the dining room. Mr. Prime Minister, you and the Solomon Islands and the PGA of Solomon Islands had many critics. But you silenced your critics and emphatically proved them wrong. For us to have the Prime Minister of Solomon Islands as the Minister for the Games was a bonus. Mr. Prime Minister or Minister for the Games, we thoroughly enjoyed working with you and we found you a very productive and the working relationship you created to us helped us in delivering a wonderful Games. Now it is time for us to say our goodbyes as we prepare to leave the shores of Solomon Islands. We thank you and the people of Solomon Islands for your kindness, for your generosity, and for your hospitality. And for being such a wonderful host. We leave behind a changed Honiara, perhaps a more modern Honiara. We leave behind wonderful sporting facilities. We leave behind a large band of Solomon Islanders trained and experienced in the art of delivering major sporting events. To the volunteers, officials, members of the workforce, sponsors, and donor governments, on behalf of the athletes of the Pacific, I thank you most sincerely for the part you played in making these games so successful and memorable. Please take pride in the knowledge that your efforts made it all possible. To the athletes of the Pacific, I thank you for being part of this very successful 17 Pacific Games. My congratulations, first of all, to the New Caledonian team for topping the medal tally once again. And secondly, to all the medal winners, my congratulations. And to those who missed out at these games, please be reminded that your turn will come, perhaps at the next games, maybe in Palau or in Tahiti. In closing these games, in the name of the Pacific Games Council, I proclaim the 17th Solomon Islands 2023 Pacific Games closed. I call upon the sportsmen and sportswomen of the Pacific to assemble in 4 years' time in Tahiti to celebrate the 18th Pacific Games. May you display cheerfulness and harmony so that the spirit of our Pacific family of nations may be carried with great eagerness, courage, and honor for the good of humanity and for the peace of the world. Thank you so much.
Other major games, it too means that we bring down the curtain, this beautiful water curtain on these amazing games. Seamus and Lisa, on behalf of all of the internationals, thank you so much indeed, and would you pass on to Solomon Islands our heartfelt thanks and our privilege of being here with you these last 2 weeks. It's been an honor, it's been great, it's been successful. Thank you.
And as we are about to dim the lights, at the close has been officially closed now, the 17th Pacific Games. Also, before we take our final bow, it's been an absolute delight sharing all the coverage. It's been a pleasure being host for the past 13 days. From the bottom of my heart, congratulations to all the athletes. Well done. And on a personal note, Takio Tomas.
The water that connects us takes a moment here in the Solomon Islands as the 2023 Pacific Games come to a close and we set sail towards Tahiti. Our next host will add their third chapter of the 60-year legacy of the Pacific Games in 4 years.
Lakan very fulsome in his praise of Solomon Islands, what they turned on here, the biggest games ever in his words, and calling on the athletes to meet again in 4 years' time.
Mr. Lakan's invaluable contributions as president of the Pacific Games Council, the benchmark set by his outstanding leadership will forever be cherished across the Pacific. Please give him a round of applause.
A musical piece to send us out will be Yumi Still Yumi.
Mille merci à Monsieur
We are still together.
pour votre dévouement continu et votre leadership incomparable au cours des 30 dernières années. Vous avez marqué à jamais le développement du sport dans le Pacifique. Pour célébrer la clôture des Jeux du Pacifique 2023, veuillez accueillir le groupe de Yumi qui va vous interpréter une composition originale dédiée aux Jeux du Pacifique. Lumi Still Lumi, vous êtes toujours ensemble.
Ladies and gentlemen, to celebrate the closing of the 2023 Pacific Games, please welcome the Yumi Band with an original composition by our opening and closing ceremonies music director, Mr. Selwyn Doro. Give him a big hand. Performing Yumi Still Yumi, a song dedicated to the Pacific Games, meaning we're still together. Please give it up. Introducing our all-star stage band On the electric guitar, Timothy Orudiana and Niklam Iro. Give him a big hand. On the acoustic guitar, we have Losa Takai. On the percussion, give it up for Alvin Rore. On keyboard, the dynamic duo of Danny Farodo and Timothy Aitorea. Holding down the foundation on bass is Gilroy Haro. And on the drums, the master of the big beat, Mr. Brian Tata. Give it up. Yumi still Yumi.
The pigments of flower, the fifty round crazy, the droplets of water on a thirsty land.
We are California across the sky. The river is flowing down from the mountain. We are flying together in different colors, like a rainbow that's stretching from island to island.
We can jump, we can walk, we can crawl, we can always do it together. We are together, united forever. Hey!
You may still me, you may stand up together. You may love one another.
You may still you may walk out together. I say one big family.
We are the Pacific. Our one people. You may still you me. You may still you me. You may still you me. You may still you me.
The seas and highway going sail across the beautiful Pacific Island. Hey, yeah. Our identities, it's in the stories we tell. Yeah, truth in this life, in the depth of our voices. It's a pride, our hope, our life, our future. Far beyond the eyes of reality.
One people, one Pacific, standing stronger, more than ever. Every tribes and every races, all in one to conquer the future. We rooted deep in the ring of fire, standing tall on the ocean, we are water.
Everybody hand let us close because of our heavenly mercies.
Our Father in heaven, hallowed be thy name. We thank you for giving the life we are living. We are one Pacific. We are standing taller. We are rising higher. We are the eyes of the nation. We are one Pacific. We are raising higher. We are raising higher. We are the eyes of the ocean. We are together, united forever.
Still you, me, we're still together. And in the spirit of our ancestors, the great Pacific voyagers, we journey forward across the Pacific Ocean that connects us all. A voyage that weaves together the stories of our people and strengthens the bonds of our Pacific family. One ocean, one Pacific. Farewell from the shores of the Solomon Islands and welcome Tahiti. May the spirit and mana of the Pacific Games stay with us all until we meet again under the Pacific sun.